School boards are bracing for the worst after receiving a memo from the Education Ministry advising them to implement a hiring freeze, at least for the next couple of weeks. What does this mean for your child? Changes are coming. Doug Ford campaigned on finding efficiencies without job losses. 80% of the education budget is salaries. So if he keeps his promise, the government will be looking elsewhere to trim. Can you see the lines? All-day kindergarten is one area. The government has promised to keep it, but it costs $1.5 billion a year. One possibility is to have only early childhood educators teaching JK and SK instead of an ECE and a kindergarten teacher. It was a recommendation in the Drummond Report in 2012, which predicted a savings of $500 million. It means existing kindergarten teachers would have to be absorbed into other grades. Changing class size caps is another way to save money, either upping class sizes or allowing more flexibility. Sources say talks on that have been underway. Government releases education grants in the next few weeks. Many in education are wondering if they'll be asked to find 4% inefficiencies, something Doug Ford said would be easy to find during his election campaign. All this, though, as school boards warn they can't cope with an expected increase in children with autism needing more time in the classroom when their therapy funding is dramatically reduced on April 1st.
Ford is a liar!
The NDP are issuing a dire warning.
They've been setting the stage for these deep cuts in the classroom for some time now.
It does have many wondering if the unrest from the Harris days will be coming back. There are rumblings that unions are warning teachers to prepare for a possible strike in the fall. The Ford government has shown, though, it's not afraid to use back-to-work legislation. It legislated an end to the York University strike just 5 days after coming to power, and just before Christmas issued back-to-work legislation to prevent a possible power workers' union strike. The province spends about $25 billion on education. It's the second biggest line on the budget, only behind healthcare spending. So every dollar will be under intense scrutiny.